Hello again, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 35 of NoHoldBarredPod. That's still Sal.
Indeed, buenas noches. I'm going all international because fuck racism.
Yeah, fair play. Hola. Bom dia. That's Portuguese. I'm still Don anyway. And let's go crack on with
Don
part
McGowan,
2
no
of
less.
the... Oh, yes, and Sal Dodgson. We keep forgetting about that bit. God, really, say our names. Maybe
it's a thing. Apparently
maybe that's
saying
what's
our
boosting
names
us.
does something or other.
Apparently.
Even though it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it does. So welcome along to part 2. We had too much to talk about, as always, in part 1, so we've split it. And part 2 will be more of the same. So,
Yes.
Where do you want to start on part 2?
Well, I've got an interesting little thing, to be honest, and an update on something we reported on last week that blew my tiny mind. Because we were talking about a guy up in Yorkshire who I believe has a business called Squeaky Clean and erected a load of flags, and the council took them down and wrote to him and said that if he wanted the flags back, it would be a charge of 36 quid a flag, I think it was. A couple of £1,000. And we reported on this because we thought, it's a really good idea and a way to maybe stop people doing it or raise council funds either way. And I was contacted by a friend of the pod who was part of a collective that was behind that. And it was James from last week, which was mad. But it turns out that this guy who, he's not the tree surgeon guy from down south. He's the one up on the north coast who sounds like a talking thumb. And the weirdest bit, both of them were interviewed on Talk TV by actual Australians.
Oh, were they?
So, it was all a bit weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the interview in and of itself was, they need to go outside and touch grass, them lot. It was quite incredible. But the jackass in question has started a Just Giving crowdfunder to try and pay the fine to recycle his flags. It would be cheaper for him to just buy another load of flags, but let's not tell him
far cheaper.
Right. No. And he's probably hit the target on it by now, but obviously it's an illegal crowdfunder because you're not allowed to crowdfund for penalty fines of illegality, which is exactly what it is.
I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I hope that's been pointed out to everyone.
I'm sure he's put it in as a charity thing as well, and he hasn't got a registered charity. So it's, they're now trying to report the crowdfunder. I mean, either way, if idiots want to pay to recycle flags and it gives the council a few quid, that said, the council should double that just for stuff you for wasting our time fee, but I'm not on the council, so it is what it is. But I just thought, what are the chances?
I know. Links everywhere. Gill would say.
And the other thing I did want to say, because it occurred to me that we talked about ADHD and what it is and how it affects people, but we didn't really come up with any solutions. And whilst I don't technically have any that are specific to ADHD, I'm sure there are lots of resources out there if you go and Google it. But somatics help everybody because we never get taught that our vagus nerve needs attention, which is what controls our nervous systems and our anxieties. So if you go and Google or YouTube somatics anything, there will be lots of solutions there for you that will help whatever issues you have. Just put somatics and sleep or somatics and social anxiety or whatever your most burning issue is. And it will give you a solution that will take time, but as soon as you put it into practice for a couple of weeks, you'll fly. So that's my little bit of advice, because I don't like to not offer solutions.
No, it's great advice. No, we're not reform. We don't just offer bullshit without backing it up. So that's good. Yeah, go for that. Have a look into that if it's something that might be useful. Definitely. So flags. Oh, so annoyed with these flag lot. I had Danny Tomo of the Flag Brigade call me a sausage in the
sausage.
week. Because I wrote another thing about
He's
them
so
being...
creative.
Oh, I know. He said, nobody cares, you sausage.
Oh, wow. We do, Danny. We do. And when's your mate in court for robbing people again?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they're busy running around beaches in France trying to find dinghies to stab. Alongside Marcel Tanconi.
I watched a brilliant video done by Aid Thompson, the comedian, did about far-right watch. He does it like on his last one about them when they were running away. Because I hadn't seen them antagonized because I try not to give them the clicks. No. I'd just seen them get back in the car and there was nothing really happening, so I just didn't bother. But he had the bit where they were just...
Where they were running?
No, where they were in people's faces, like the NGO's faces going, we don't want you in our country. Oh, Aid Thompson wraps it up beautifully, so check out his channel.
Oh, I'll put a link. Yeah, I'll put a link to Aid Thompson because he's a very funny guy anyway.
I mean, they're just disgusting. Yeah. No, that is not rational behaviour in any way, shape or form.
No, it's not. The video that I think I commented on that got Danny Tomo to call me a sausage was when they were in the van in the dark driving away and saying how they had their passports confiscated and then they had pipe music on, which you said to me.
They're bagpipes? What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think maybe in their heads they were trying to evoke... Hey, I'm Scottish, remember?
Said shard.
No, I know.
Because that's what they did.
No, but I think the pipe bands were obviously part of like a lot of battles, and the pipers would go into battle.
They're not
so I think
Scottish.
In their head they thought it. There's loads of Scottish army regiments, but no, they're not. One's from Birmingham, one's from Luton, I think, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
but their whole bit is nationalism.
Oh yeah, I know. Nothing they do
they
can't be
sense, consistently arseholing. I don't get it.
No, but they haven't got the capacity to put things together properly, as was just we talked about last week when they did their photo shoot in a kitchen showroom. Like, you know,
they just look like the ultimate gay couple.
They did. Well, and also, did you see all the videos?
Aid Thompson found those security jumpers. They're 15 quid on AliExpress.
Of course they are. Straight from China. Yeah. Like the patriots they are. They didn't go to Jermyn Street or, get them tailored by a British tailor.
No shepherd's market for them.
No. Straight to China.
Oh, dear God.
Bless them. They're not bright.
At least we
but
can
anyway.
Well,
we can. They don't seem to be able to. Yeah, they will eventually.
They're making money. That's the fucking problem, innit?
Yeah.
Ofcom. Knobheads.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm in discussion with some people from Birmingham that I wrote the article Raise the Colours about. With. Oh, God, start that again. I'm in discussion with some people in Birmingham that helped me write my article about raising the flags and raise the colours. And they're putting together a document which I'm helping them with, which is going into full fact. The sort of official fact checkers. We were working on it this afternoon, and we've got a pretty solid document together that they're going to send in, and hopefully have raised the colours. What are they called? No, Raise the Colours, labelled as a far-right organisation officially. That's the plan. So, yeah.
Well done.
And that's underway.
Well done, you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
meanwhile,
these guys in
they're
Birmingham.
Arresting grannies for holding signs against genocide.
Again, yeah. I know. So, we've got onto flags when I wasn't on my list, but hey-ho.
Flags might be a segue, because I wanted to mention a travel vlog thing that I watched on YouTube last night. Guy going around the Falkland Islands. Yeah. Falkland Islands is basically a British outpost, still sovereign territory, but they are self-governing. Mm-hmm. And it's uncanny how opposite they are to us, and it really works for them because they look after their people. They have entirely free education for life. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
They have healthcare for everybody when they need it. They have unbelievably unbelievably strict immigration. You can't go and live there as a British person. You have to apply. You have to go. No, you can go on holiday.
Yeah.
But you can only go to the Falklands on a work visa. And if you've been there working for 3 years, then you can apply for residency. Okay. And I think after 7 years of being there, you can apply if you want to start going for election. Obviously, it's a smaller pool of people.
Well, but
you can have lots of smaller pools of people. Or you could just have a bigger pool of people working off the same premise, because that's what works for a healthy society. They have zero homeless people. And they've got an awful lot of land. An awful lot of land. There are people who just own an island and have a farm on it. Yeah. And there are just islands that have nothing on them. It is a very sparsely populated British outpost that shouldn't belong to us, but still does. And, it sounds just seems insane to me. The British do not struggle for land. No, we might struggle for publicly owned land. Yeah. But we're not struggling for land. And I think we should, I might see if I can try and get a member of Parliament to come on the pod and discuss it with us, because, see what zero austerity does? Oh, they function really well and they're all really happy, are they?
Happy people,
Imagine that. Subsidised by... They're not subsidised by universal credit because they all get paid enough. What?
Yeah, they don't need it. Yeah, I know.
What's that? So, that really... I mean, useful information. Very glad to learn it. Every day's a school day, but diametrically opposed societies.
To where we are.
And they shouldn't be. They should be one and the same.
Such a shame.
So that happened.
That we have to look to places like the Falklands for our...
But it's not.
Utopian idylls.
In every sphere of everything that goes wrong or needs fixing. Look at the people doing it best and emulate that. It's not quantum physics.
No, it shouldn't be.
It's a basic strategy. Boy, what do I know? I'm just a disabled person that really doesn't matter, and the government would like to not be here. But I will sit here and I will prove that disabled people are absolutely no, what's the word? Of value.
Valueless? Oh.
Especially when they're good at
worthwhile?
work, which I'm not. Yeah, stuff like that.
Valued?
Everybody has their place on Earth. It's just a case of finding it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, God, I'm not plugged in. Shit.
What do you mean?
Sorry, the laptop just went dark on me, and I realised that I'm not plugged in. Oh, God, now I'm stuck. Hang on a minute. Here's me wanging on about how wonderful disabled people are. I'm so capable.
Just a tad
this is why I don't have a job. I'm a nightmare. Oh, there we go.
Sorted.
I can fix IT problems.
Yeah, plug it in.
Didn't even need to shake it.
No, not this week.
On that bombshell.
Yeah, so what else?
I thought
we wanted to mention briefly Russia-Ukraine kind of thing. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah. Well, just there's lots of hey, Ukraine, here's everything Putin wants, sign this. Fuck off. Hey, Putin, how about you agree to... no, fuck off. So it's all going really well.
I know.
But Putin's dying on his arse.
Yeah, go on.
No, he's just... The man's importing cannon fodder from Korea. That's how well he's doing. Yeah. And he's declaring war on Europe. Okay.
Oh, no, it's just bluster, isn't it? It always is with him. He's spent, coming up to, is it 3 or 4 years? It'll be in February. 4 years it'll be, won't it, in the war in Ukraine?
It must be.
And they've made negligible impact. I mean, lots of people have died, but I mean, land-wise, in terms of their land grab. So yeah, how they fully intend to take on anyone else is for the birds, as far as I'm concerned. But in my notes, I just wrote Trump has failed again, because it comes down to Trump and his magical peace plan, which, his peace plan for Gaza failed within hours, minutes. And his peace plan for Russia and Ukraine has failed already. Witkoff and Jared Kushner this time, his son-in-law, were in Moscow with Putin, and I mean,
they made them wait for 5 hours before Putin had seen.
Did they?
Apparently, it's what he does.
Oh,
it's what he does, but 5 hours is quite extreme for Putin, apparently.
Power play, yeah.
Oh, he's just a little tit, isn't he?
Well, he is. I mean, he's an absolute bellend of the highest order, but he's just playing Trump like a fiddle. He's like puppeteering with Trump, and like,
you see,
the whole world,
everything's connected. He has got to have something incredible on Trump.
Yeah,
because even like
Epstein,
it did. Watching it play out, it did seem to be like an American-backed plan to destabilize the West and basically get hold of large reserves of energy, so that Europe couldn't have it. And I'm not even sure Europe were after it, because we're not all that fucking psychotic. People tend to do it via business rather than war, to the best of my knowledge, but that's not good enough for these maniacal psychopaths. They have to have everything. And it's just...
Go on, sorry.
It's tedious psychopathy. And I don't know where the end point is.
Well, I don't think there is. I think like the whole peace plan, in inverted commas, was a Russian deal. It came out of Russia, and Steve Witkoff apparently just ran it through like Google Translate, amended about 4 things, and sent it to Trump and went, "Yeah, this is our peace." Sent it to the press and went, "This is our peace plan." But it came out of Moscow. It was their idea. And then Trump's amended a couple of things, and they've sent it back with his son-in-law, and they've gone, "No, fuck off," because, as you say, the links. Because there's links between Bannon and Putin have emerged. Well, not emerged, but become clearer recently. And obviously Bannon and Trump are like best mates. And then Bannon is very linked into Epstein. It's just a circle of arseholes playing games with each other. And the world's just sitting around watching.
Yeah.
Whilst people are dying.
And suffering.
Yeah.
And being wrecked. It's just beyond.
Madness. Absolute madness. But every video I see of Trump now, I'm looking at the one from the other day. When was this from? Yesterday, I think. He looks jaundiced. He always looks orange, but in this he started to look yellow. He looks really strange, and he's not a well man. And he had a cabinet meeting in the week, and he fell asleep. Out.
Oh, that's very common these days with him. He does it almost daily.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. It's like narcolepsy. Yeah.
I was watching somebody the other day that made a really valid point. Might have been the newsagents, I can't remember. But they were saying that he was doing okay until the vote over the Epstein files happened.
Yeah.
And since then, he's just gone
downhill.
Because he knows the end fast approaches, I think, one way or another, whether it's his health or...
I think it's his health. I think that's the end. Yeah.
But like I do, when you're struggling with health problems, feeling happy makes it easier to carry than when you're feeling terrible and stressed and worried. So it would,
of course,
play in.
Yeah, the Epstein stuff is definitely sent him over the edge health-wise. You can see his decline rapidly now every week. But I think that's the end game. I think he gets. And
that's when he started getting snipey with everybody as well, and the piggy thing.
Yeah, he really has. But but I think he's just going to bat the Epstein files away until the end, and then it doesn't matter after that to him, does it?
Oh, so, it just makes me sick.
It is sickening. It is. Did you see the videos and the photos that came out yesterday? They released some photos of it. No, of Epstein Island. They released some photos.
Sorry, that's what I meant, not Mar-a-Lago. Little St. James's, I saw that.
Same thing.
And incredibly sterile environment for such an opulent place. Chair?
There was a dental suite with like clay figures of men's faces on the wall. Yes, we do know what that's for, and it's really gross.
Not teeth.
Pardon? It wasn't teeth.
No. It's not teeth. No.
No, it's not teeth. No, definitely not. Anyway, we're digressing into somewhere that's a bit dark. But yeah, I think this whole, I don't know.
It's happening. Unfortunately. It is the existence that is upon us.
Yeah, you're right. But the Trump thing is just, I think he'll just end up being ill and in hospital at some point.
Between Putin, Trump, and, oh God, that terrible genocidal bastard whose name I can't remember and I don't care, Netanyahu.
Oh, yeah.
The world is essentially being held hostage by three men whose egos don't give a shit that it's them over 8 billion people.
Yeah,
that in and of itself
it's just a circular game.
Is unbelievably parasitic. And I like how has America got top power over NATO? Or am I missing something incredible? Why are NATO not like going, right, America, it's all of us and you're the odd one out, and what the fuck?
Money.
Or I don't understand that world, so I'm being generally ignorant and I'm asking you, like, is and I thought NATO was supposed to protect us from this shit.
Well, they are. I mean, Trump's has he stopped sending money to NATO? I think he has. I think he pulled out of the NATO kind of thing. But I mean, everything with Trump and why he gets away with it is because they control, militarily the world's biggest kind of military force.
They're the only country in the world doing military spread everywhere. Why are people putting up with it?
Because they're American. It's just historically that's how it's been.
We need to demilitarize the world.
Yeah, I mean, that would be another ideal situation. But unfortunately, with, as you say, those three men, we're closer and closer to, what's the doomsday clock has ticked
apocalypse
ever onwards.
Just the capitalist trajectory we're on is doing enough. But
yeah.
I mean, thank God they're all fairly old, I suppose. There's that. But
that's
then
the thing.
They just breed a new generation of psychopaths, so I don't know.
But also the damage they can do before they pop their clogs, is vast because they've got so much power. Anyway. Oh yeah. I'll come on to that in a minute.
I can go from the ridiculous to the sublimely ridiculous if you want.
Go on.
Well, I was just going to mention a little bit about your party's conference at the weekend.
Yeah, go on then. That is
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fill us in.
Again, don't quote me if you want.
I tapped into some of it, but I gave up because it was just pointless.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I'm these people individually are very bright, intelligent people who could do great things. Somehow, when they get together, they turn into a clusterfuck of circus. I don't know what it is. But at the conference this week, they had a situation where people from, I think, is it the Socialist Workers' Party came down, and your party governance as it stood expelled them from conference. And so Zara Sultana stood with them and refused to go into her own bloody conference. There was absolutely no footage or photographs of her and Jeremy even in the same room. They gave their speeches separately. What the fuck do they think they're doing? You can't do that. If you're not already united, what are you bothering for? You need solid foundation. And if you can't communicate with the two people who are leading the charge, the rest of us don't stand a chance. It's utterly batshit. And it didn't get any better when the membership then voted for, rather than a figurehead rule, which I kind of get, they went for membership rule. Well, that doesn't sound complicated at all.
Yeah,
what's wrong with
because that's what they need is more complicated structures around, which they can't even manage with 5 of them or whatever it is. Yeah.
Have a board of 5 or something, if you want.
I know.
What am I missing? They just sound crackers, and they will never be taken seriously.
No.
So it's a waste of the intellect behind the personalities. It's like painting with colours, isn't it? You got all these lovely colours, and then you mix them together, and you get brown.
Brown, yeah, that's it, exactly. A splodge of brown.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's my version of the Reform. Your party. Reform is slightly better organised, which pains me to say.
Yeah, which beggars belief. Well, that might be a nice segue into what happened today.
But I felt I had to mention
it. For people who are not plugged into spreadsheets like I am,
the
Electoral Commission.
Tables, lad?
Yeah. You know what they are now? Did you look it up?
No, I made it up. I know the spreadsheet.
So the Electoral Commission has a register of donations to all political parties, and they release that register afresh I think it's every 3 months, like every quarter. So today, 4th of December, the new one dropped, and this is quite exciting for people like me, like who like going through spreadsheets and stuff. But it basically shows you who's given what to what party and how much.
Did you fall off your chair?
I saw it and I just thought, no, this is a numerical error. Typo. But then I saw it starting to be reported. But Christopher Harborne, who is I've got to be careful what I say because he's a bit litigious. Well, he's very litigious, in fact. He is a investor / shareholder in the cryptocurrency Tether, and he dropped £9 million in one donation to Reform UK. 9 million. It's the biggest donation to a political party by a living person ever in history. But that isn't the only story behind it, because apart from being the biggest donation, that takes his donations to Nigel Farage to today up to a total of £22,715,000 he's given Nigel Farage. Just short of 23 million.
It's quite incredible.
Yeah. I know. What a generous man he is. But when you take a little look into it, and what I wrote about in September, Nigel Farage was on LBC doing a call-in, phone-in show, where people would ask him questions. And at one point, he just went off topic and started talking about deregulated banking, crypto, and how Tether coin was the future of, basically the future of money in the UK. Tether, he kept saying.
Did a free ad for him, didn't he?
Don't understand how Tether don't get part of the, financial makeup of the country. And I was like, that's an advert. He's been paid for this. And that's when I looked into it and saw Harborne was behind it. And Harborne at that point had given him about 12 million. That was just like 3 months ago.
How is it legal? Bearing in mind the man's a dual national who lives in Thailand.
Yeah, he's also... Christopher Harborne also goes by Chakrit Sakunkrit and lives in Thailand. And that's his Thai name that he uses. But he's a very, very wealthy billionaire.
Asian washed himself.
Exactly. Thai wash. Oh, that sounds probably dodgy, doesn't it? But yeah. But he's a shareholder in Tether, and he's chucking millions at Nigel Farage. And I said, are these two factors linked? Farage receives almost £23 million from Harborne, Tether shareholder. Farage advertises Tether when and wherever he can. I said it wouldn't take Sherlock Holmes very long to connect those two facts, but
take Charlotte.
It is legal. Poor Charlotte. She'd be strings going everywhere. But it's legal, and this guy he's desperate for Farage to be the next Prime Minister, because Farage has promised him deregulated banking and crypto at the forefront of everything. So, but it's nuts. 23 million quid he's chucked at Farage so far. But I haven't even got to look at anyone else on the spreadsheet. There's so many interesting things that I'll have to go into after my 4-part my magnum opus on their dodgy donations. Loads of the companies I wrote about in that article in my Substack have been continuing to donate to Farage. So companies that are on Companies House owing millions of pounds to the government are forgetting to pay the government, but bunging money to Nigel Farage. So yeah, and as you pointed out on Twitter this morning, was it 50 million quid from the Daily Mail? No, not 50 million, 50,000 quid from the Daily Mail.
How's that I mean, maybe the Tories have been taking donations from them for ages, I don't know, but...
Probably.
That, to me, what's the point in having law? I mean, for the love of Christ, they can just print they are printing any old shit and getting away with it.
Yeah, they are.
But now they're literally doing it in broad daylight. Who next? The BBC going to start giving them $100,000? Fuck off.
Wouldn't surprise me. So I'll look into the spreadsheet more over the next week or so, and we'll report back next week. But that's the headline figure.
I mean, none of them. There should not be any donations into politics. It should be publicly funded from the taxpayer's purse.
That would make life a lot
across
more
the board. They should each get an amount, and that's your lot. Piss off, because this is
that's fair.
Unreal. I mean, it's like VIP lane in broad daylight.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a shit because they're all at it. It doesn't matter what lobby it is, whether it's the Israel lobby, the finance lobby, the bloody steel lobby, the China lobby, the Russians. They're all at it. They're all on the take. Mm-hmm. We need to fundamentally change the system bloody urgently.
Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah, I agree. If there was,
we need a team of people like you, me, Zach, everybody listening. We need to go and become councillors, become MPs. Then we can get in there, change all the rules to shackle ourselves because we think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we can just get off the fucking bus and maybe have a couple of years of life left. Just an idea.
So, if any billionaires are listening.
We just want the country to run well and people not to die and be in pain and sufferance. It shouldn't be a big ask in such a wealthy country.
No, exactly. Yeah, we'd be fully committed to that if we had a billionaire backer, for sure. So, yeah. But did you see, you didn't see, I don't think, Nigel Farage did a press conference, obviously, this afternoon, because when is he not?
Oh, no, but you told me all about it.
I know. So,
did he get
was
shirty?
mainly to do... Yeah, mainly to do with the BBC calling him racist constantly, and he still hasn't denied being racist. All he keeps saying is it was never malicious or it was just banter. I mean, it is funny, but you know, the fact that he's describing his anti-Semitism as banter, he shouldn't be let off the hook for this.
That's not what's funny. It's the barefaced lying when everybody knows.
Yeah, because he won't deny it. He can't deny it. And every time he denies it, someone asks him a question. And in this press conference, about 4 people did. And he was getting really wound up. And I think the news agents are doing a bit on it tonight. I'll have a listen. But Lewis Goodall said something like, oh, this is Farage at his thin-skinned worst, because he's so rattled by this. It's like journalists need to keep pushing on this because it's really getting on his nerves, and that bit's really funny to watch. Definitely.
Oh, brilliant!
But
I'll catch that up later.
But the whole press conference, I think, basically is to do with these mayoral elections that they're claiming have been cancelled, because he thinks that someone found some stats that the 4 mayoral elections that have been cancelled, local mayoral elections, Reform are definitely going to win. That was their thing. So he got really pissy about this. But what he doesn't say is that this is all to do with rejigging the boundaries of local councils and bringing them into different sort of more manageable kind of units, sort of government devolution. So the 4 councils were Surrey, East Sussex, West Sussex and Hampshire. Now they're the 4 that Farage is particularly up in arms about, because he thinks that they were nailed on to win. But what he hasn't said is that those 4 councils requested to the government to have their elections postponed until they knew where the new boundaries were going to be.
Disingenuous.
This is nothing. It's just lies as usual. It's nothing to do with the government. The government are restructuring, but that's been in motion for years now. But those 4 councils that are having the mayoral elections that they're really pissy about, they went to the government and said, can we just hold off on ours until we know where the boundaries are? Because it doesn't make sense. Because what could technically happen is someone gets elected mayor, and then within 6 months, that constituency doesn't exist anymore. So there's no point in doing it. And that's the whole thing they're getting absolutely screaming the house down
he relies on the fact that all their supporters are completely politically illiterate.
Yeah, they won't check. Exactly.
And that's how he gets away with it. And it'll just make them angrier and reaffirm their beliefs that are already nonsense.
Yeah, completely. Gives them the 2-tier fucking whatever this will be. I know. So, that's basically it.
Our politicians treat the proletariat is beyond contempt. Beneath, beyond.
Yeah.
We're here again. I still can't remember. Beneath contempt.
No, beyond contempt.
But it is.
Beneath.
They treat us like we're...
But anyway, yeah, you're right. Of course you are.
Thick as they are.
Yeah. So that's the truth behind Nigel Farage's latest pissy press conference, is that he's just made up a load of shit, as you say, that his supporters will believe, which it actually isn't anywhere close to being the truth of the matter. Again.
So,
yeah, again.
Hasn't Zaya been at the Lion this week again? I mean, every time he opens his bloody mouth.
He's on Newsnight again tonight. I mean,
No, it's question time with Zach.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, question time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Zach had cancelled. What was he supposed to be on? Have I Got News this week?
Oh, yeah.
No, Have I? Yeah, he was going to be on Have I Got News, but he cancelled it to be on Question Time, because that's quite nice. Go on.
Oh, it's such a shame. I hope they get him back. I really like Have I Got News. Although last week,
so do
I was not impressed. Last week's the first time Ian Hislop's ever pissed me off.
Oh, why? What did he say? I don't think I saw it. I think I've missed it on iPlayer.
And now I think about it, if Larry and Paul wrote this joke, no, they wouldn't. I'm sure that's not the sort of thing. He made some sort of trans gaff about Rachel Reeves. I just thought it was utterly uncalled for. Yeah.
Oh, that's unusual for them.
Almost opened the show with it. And I just thought, wow, that's not cool, son.
No, that is a bit unlikely. Unlike him, I mean. So, yeah. But yeah, so Zach's cancelled that for this week, so he can go on to Question Time, because
between him and Daisy Cooper.
Yeah, I wrote a tweet about it. They've got a Tory, a Labour, a Lib Dem, a Green, and fucking Zaya Youssef, for fuck's sake. It's like the most representative I've ever seen. Well, not ever, but in recent years, probably. It's on Question Time.
Buying their way into politics.
But
if I went and gave the Lib Dems £1 billion, I'm sure I'd be on Question Time too.
Well, yeah, exactly. But they've got one from every party. But surely they shouldn't have Zaya Youssef on, the unelected bureaucrat. They should have an MP on, and then it makes it fair, and that's representative. And I would be like, yeah, fine, go for it.
Don't give them any more airtime because they've had so much of it, and do what you normally do and get somebody who's not politically aligned on, like a
celebrity or a journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with an interest in politics. That's what they normally do. It's normally the main three and a media person.
Yeah. So, well,
it wasn't the olden days when everything was run properly, and it wasn't run by the Zionists.
I'll probably, I'll probably be asleep when it's on, but I'll watch it in the morning, because I would imagine that Youssef will get his arse handed to him by every single member on that panel, because they all hate reform quite a lot, even the Tories, and I think, I can't remember who the Tory representative is, but it's Mike Tapp, who's the Dover MP for Labour, who's a bit.
I'm not a fan of his, and I can't remember why.
Well, no, because he's very hardline on immigration. He's a bit.
Oh, that'll be
a bit reform. Yeah, he's a bit reformy.
There's that many of them to remember. Sometimes I'm just like,
I know. Yeah, but I like Daisy Cooper. I really rate her, and I always have done. I think she's a great politician, and she speaks really well. So hopefully, between her and Zach, they'll rip Zaya Youssef a new one. That would be lovely to wake up to. Yeah, your ass, sir.
It really would.
You're not on one of your Talk TV/GB News soft soaps now. No. Hopefully that's what it is. But you never know with Fiona Bruce. She's very right-wing heavy, isn't she? So we shall see. So yeah, what else have we got? Oh yeah, no, that was the other thing. Nigel Farage from his press conference today, Adam Bienkov tweeted about it. I'll just read what he said because it nails it. He said, "I didn't have high hopes for the next iteration of Nigel Farage's defence against allegations of racism, but even I expected better than, I can't be a racist because Bernard Manning was on the telly in the 70s. And he said...
Is that what he said?
But he said that about ITV, and then he went on about the black and white minstrel show on the BBC and Alf Garnett, and this is his excuse. I can't be racist because you had racist shit in the 70s. It's like, again, not denying that he's a racist or said racist things, just doing like insane whataboutery. It's mad.
It's, yeah.
He's losing the
Incredulous.
plot. He's losing it, though. I think we said it a few weeks ago. There is chinks appearing in the reform armor, and they're getting wider every week.
I don't know if I mentioned on the pod, or if it was before we started recording. I watched the news agents had Michael Crick on to discuss. Obviously, he's been around legacy journalism a long time and has been following Farage from the off. So they wanted his opinion on, is Farage a racist? Or whatever type thing. And I'm sure it was him that described Farage as now being the man carrying the Ming vase, except he's got 3 years of carrying that Ming vase and it's not going very well.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's a great analogy.
So, even if he doesn't drop the Ming vase and he does get to the general election, what we spoke about on part 1, which was everybody else having to coalesce against them. Is that the right word? Coalesce? Yeah. Is the natural outcome, which is actually the best outcome most of us could hope for.
It would be.
Because then Labour will have some people with leftist demands before they'll help Labour out. So
yeah, a progressive
keep
coalition.
On digging, dickheads.
Yeah, exactly. And they're falling in the polls as well because of the Russia stuff and the racism stuff. So yeah, it's 3 years is a long time to wait. And if he's carrying this Ming vase, as you say, and it's already wobbling a bit, he's like, teetering along and trying to hold a pint in his other hand.
If we do start reintegrating into the EU, the immigration thing is going to be back in for the, on the table for discussions.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, it will be.
I mean, some say fruits would just solve the problem instantly, but apparently we can't think like that for reasons unbeknownst to us.
Yeah.
Mental.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. I mean, it's mind-numbingly stupid that they don't, but what can we do?
You don't manufacture a problem to find a solution, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, true.
But it hasn't been entirely manufactured.
Yeah, no, it has. So, no, I
admit that it's a wedge issue that they've created. Lee Anderson spoke about it 2 years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
On TV.
Definitely.
They're not hiding it. That's what's so crazy. They don't care.
No, true. Yeah, I know. It's very true. So my last thing on reform, I'm just going to mention briefly because it's just not very nice. Reform leader of Staffordshire Council is a man called Ian Cooper. He's a really nasty racist, really, really nasty. He racially abused Sangeeta Maiska, Sadiq Khan. I'm reading this from Supertansky, by the way. And he was the top on Facebook. There's a page called, what was it called? I can't remember what it's called now. I can't remember the actual Facebook page. I can't find it now. But it's about this ethno-nationalist, white supremacist Facebook page, and he's got a badge as the top fan on Facebook on that, Ian Cooper. And he's reposted lots of gross images about white supremacist things. And Farage is under pressure to get rid of him because he's a proper white supremacist, Nazi, racist piece of shit, this guy. And he's the leader of the council in Staffordshire. So yet another reform councillor looks like to be on the way out the door for being a racist arsehole.
Oh, God, these people are not well.
No, they're really not. And this guy's in Tamworth, which is not a million miles away from where my family lives. So, yeah, horrible, horrible man. So hopefully he's going to get it hoofed imminently, but we'll see.
So much for reform vetting, eh?
Oh, we've talked about that loads of times. There's no such thing as they just don't vet. They really don't. But be another of their downfalls.
How are they going to vet this? Election. Surprise winner of their lottery. Surprise my ass.
A non-existent illegal lottery. Yeah.
Who's the richest person to buy a shirt? Otherwise, give it to Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So that's it for me, I think.
Yeah, me too. I'm all done now.
You sent me something to put in at the end, and I've totally forgotten what it was.
Don't bother. No, I wanted to put a clip in. I was going to do a bit about the rise of ableism, but I'm too low. That can wait for another week.
Yeah. No, we can do that next week, hopefully. Yeah. No, that's fine.
I've got the
energy. Oh, no, I know what you sent me that. You sent me that really nice clip of the little boy going into the mosque. And I will put that in because it's lovely.
That was it. I did. You're right. I'd forgotten because that was yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Amazingly, I recalled it somehow.
No, I've been watching him for weeks. He goes all around the place, all different mosques.
Yeah, it's
handing
lovely.
out cake instead of hate. And he's a little non-verbal autistic kid.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's beautiful. It's a really lovely.
Gives you a little bit of hope, doesn't it? A little bit of hope.
It does. And I'll put that in a minute at the end.
Most of them.
Yeah, I think they are. We found that out with Will when we chatted to him the other day.
That's what I'm saying most. I just don't know how much heavy lifting it's doing.
Hopefully not
too
much.
There's a lot fewer. There's a lot fewer about to be in poverty, so fingers crossed for
Yeah,
for the actual buttons we're discussing. We're not talking like thousands of pounds here. We're talking buttons people are going to get extra.
It is. But
and there's still a benefits cap that still applies. So Yeah,
true. Everything's caveated.
To make sure that nobody on benefit gets anywhere near the living wage.
Yeah. I'm going to put this clip in of is it Joshy Man? I think his name is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little Joshy Man, and he's a really cool little boy. And the clip we'll put in is him visiting a mosque, and the guys in the mosque welcoming him into the mosque, and he's giving out cake instead of hate, as you said. So yeah, it's lovely. Have a look. And on that note of positivity, hopefully, I think that's enough for this part 2, and I need to get cracking on some editing tomorrow.
Indeed. We'll speak to you soon, everybody. Hope you enjoyed listening. Please do the like, share, subscribe, beeswax.
Please do.
It really helps.
Join the cool kids that we found on our Spotify Wrapped. I'm going to put a picture up on that this week because I forgot to mention it.
That.
No, let's quickly mention. So we got a Spotify Creators Wrapped yesterday, and it was kind of like mind blown kind of thing. I'm going to have to quickly find it and read it because it was just, there's 3 things we got on it, which were just unbelievable. Nope, that's not it. Sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
There it is. So on NoHoldBarredPod, Spotify Wrapped for Creators, we were apparently, your show was in the top 15% of videos on Spotify, which is nuts, which is unbelievable. And then the big things, it says, a 2025 talked about show, we received more comments than 96% of other shows. Amazing. A 2025 marathon show, fans listen to you for longer than 89% of other shows. Incredible.
Yeah.
And then this one, I think, is my favorite and the most impressive for me, that what we've managed to achieve. A 2025 instant hit show. Your debut season was more popular than 94% of other new shows.
That's mad.
That's so.
Where's our money?
Crazy. Yeah, we're still not able to monetize this, but that doesn't matter. We're doing it. Yeah. But talking of which, we're going to have a Patreon.
Massive thank you to Paul Thompson, who comments on nearly every show. So thanks, Paul. We appreciate you.
That's my mate, Paul. That's my friend, Paul.
That's Paul! Where have you been, fella?
That's Paul. Paul, that we talk about all the time.
In that case, I'm changing the tune. Paul, get on. Been ages waiting.
I know.
But also thanks for commenting.
So, yeah, cheers. Keep it up. So that's an unbelievable bit of news for us for like our less than a year we've been doing this. So thank you to everybody who's watched, listened, and joined in with us. But we'll get better and bigger next year as well. Yes. Because the truth matters. That's our slogan, isn't it?
Well done, team.
Yes, pat on the back, team.
Hey, teamwork's what it's all about. You get nowhere without
Very
team.
True. No, you're absolutely right.
And if I know anything,
absolutely right. Absolutely. Right, let's knock it off.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week. Thank you very much for being with us again. Ciao.
Ta-da, everyone. Bye.
The far right told us not to visit any more mosques. Oh, look where we are. We're here again. Joshy's running in. And he's in. He knows he had to take his shoes off. He knows all of the rules. And here he is having a little pray. He's been taught by one of his friends. In a big surprise, the Imam asked Joshy to come to the front.
Joshy, go see the Imam. Go. Go. Go see the Imam. Go see the Imam. Okay, you give him a Josh, stop.
Carrying the bag of a cake, visiting different massages, and giving his gift of cake. So he has been traveling around the world, donating iPads and Android devices to non-speaking autistic kids, and gave away many other tests to many places. Today he has baked cakes to show that the far right do not represent the great British public. So we welcome Joshi Man to this beautiful mosque.
Stand up.
Stand up so everyone can see you. Thank you so much for baking the cake.
Give him a high five.
It's too sweet. Okay.
And here's the main event, Joshy giving out the cakes. This is never seen before. Can you see how many people are crowding around him? They mainly just want to shake his hand and say thank you, but this was beautiful to see how many people that he met. And he gave away cakes. A little boy. That was lovely.
Where are we? Can you say mosque? M-O-S-Q-U-E. Well done, Josh.
High five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There we go.
And Joshy, can you say thank you to the Imam? Can you say thank you? T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U. And M-O-S-Q-U-E. Mosque.
Great.
Okay, say bye.